Let's make sure that we have, okay. Okay. All right. We got YouTube set up. All right. Hey, everyone. Hope you guys are doing great. Welcome. Come on in. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Welcome. I hope that you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving. I hope you guys didn't eat too much. I was saying this on my live yesterday that listen, if you know you're dealing with fibroids, we don't need to overeat. We don't need to eat all this, all this unhealthy food, because they just feed the fibroids and make the fibroids a lot worse. So I was saying that on my live yesterday. So hopefully some of you guys were here. You were able to hear that. But waiting on more people to get on in. We had a goal yesterday to get up to 10,000 likes. And we're going to put out the same goal today, okay, during this live, to get out to 10,000 likes, because why not, okay? As y'all are coming in, let me know where you guys are watching from. I would love to know if you're watching from YouTube as well. Let me know where you're watching from, if you're watching from TikTok. Let me know where you're watching from. Today, we have a really important topic, like always, but this topic is going to give you steps that need to be taken to secure a fibroid-free 2026, okay? Because a lot of us here, are dealing with fibroids. If you're watching me, more than likely you're dealing with fibroids, or endometriosis, or ovarian cysts, or these growths, right? Uterine masses, whatever you want to call them. And a lot of you guys are wanting to shrink your fibroids, wanting to get rid of your fibroids. And I totally understand that. This is why I do what I do, helping you guys through the process. But you have to start taking steps now, because I said in my live yesterday that it's so important that you trust in yourself, trust in your body, that this will be the last year you deal with fibroids, right? If you're watching me, if you are following me, then 2025 should be the last year that you deal with fibroids. I was asking the ladies yesterday, and so many ladies were dealing with fibroids for 5 years, 10 years, 2 years. That's too long, right? How many years are we giving of our lives to these fibroids? How many years are we spending dealing with the symptoms, the heavy bleeding, right? The horrible cycles, the pain, the fibroid belly, the anemia, all of that it affects your quality of life, right? Emotionally, physically, right? It affects your life on so many levels. So we want to get to a point where fibroids are no longer our reality. We want to and you can get to that point. I've gotten to that point. My clients have gotten to that point. You can get to that point. We just had somebody that was on my live not even a week ago, a few days ago, that came on my live saying that because of me, she took one of my courses and she followed the instructions, literally 3 of her fibroids are gone. 3 of her fibroids are gone. That is such a blessing. She said, I canceled my surgery. I no longer need surgery. That is such a blessing. 3 of her fibroids are now gone. Shout out to Whitney. Okay, so it's very possible. And I'm going to talk to you today about the steps that you need to take for 2025 to be the last year you deal with fibroids. If you're watching from YouTube, hi YouTube, welcome. And what steps actually need to be taken. These are steps that you can start applying now. Okay, how to secure that 2026 is going to be your year to be fibroid free. Okay, can we put in the chat a 1 if we are desiring to be fibroid free in 2026? Put a 1 in the chat. You want to start your process now to set up your year now. We got a month left in 2025. But what are we setting up now so that 2025 can be the last year we deal with fibroids? Thank you, Shar, for liking the chat. Yes, our goal is, guys, is to get to, on TikTok, 10,000 likes, okay? So put a 1 in the chat, whether you're watching from YouTube, whether you're watching I know I have it on subscriber only mode, so we don't have bots commenting on YouTube. But whether you're watching from YouTube or whether you're watching from TikTok, let me know in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if 2025 is going to be the last year you deal with fibroids. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Everybody's quiet today. Okay, I'm assuming that if you're watching me, that if you're watching the replay, that this is going to be the last year you deal with fibroids, okay? As you guys come in. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. As you guys continue liking the video, ladies. Let's like the video. Let's get up to our goal is 10,000 likes. I know we only have a few people in here, but right now we're going to get up to 10,000 likes. do or die by the end of this live, okay? We want to get as many women on this live as possible. I know that it's the holiday season. People are out and about, but guess what? You know what doesn't take a break? What doesn't take a vacation? What doesn't take a holiday is fibroids, unfortunately, right? And a lot of times we're just continuously feeding them with these foods, these holiday foods, and the stress that comes along with the holidays, and just, you know, the events and this and that, right? I love the holidays just like anybody else, but it can be very stressful. And it can also, like I said, there can be a lot of not the best foods around, which again contribute to fibroid growth, contribute to worsening fibroids. So I want to make that a point. All right. So as you're coming in, welcome, welcome. Be sure, if you're watching from YouTube, be sure to click the thumbs up button, that thumbs up button. And if you're watching from TikTok, our goal is 10,000 likes today, okay? 10,000 likes. We got more than 10,000 yesterday, so we can get there today. And all you have to do is tap on the screen, and you're helping more women, this be pushed out to more women, okay? So, and if you are watching from YouTube, don't be afraid to engage. I said, put a 1 in the chat if this is the 2025 is going to be your last year dealing with fibroids. Nobody put a 1 in the chat. That was kind of scary to me, okay? But that's okay. We're going to keep going. But anyway, here's the thing, right? For those that are new, if you're watching me for the first time, by the way, I forgot to say that. Hey, Marsh, welcome. Thank you for your comment, because I was like, is the comment section working on YouTube? What's going on? Yes, please like, subscribe. And if you're watching from YouTube as well, if you're watching from TikTok, tap on that screen. Here's the thing. For those that are new, watching me for the first time, let me know in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you're watching me for the first time and you're like, who is this lady? My name is Sasha. I am a holistic womb specialist. What I do is I help women who have fibroids, help them dissolve their fibroids, not just shrink their fibroids, dissolve their fibroids. Hi, Marva, welcome. I also help women completely reverse chronic reproductive health conditions such as endometriosis, adenomyosis, ovarian cysts, PCOS. These things that we think that we were told that, you know, we cannot shrink naturally. Yes, they can. They can not only shrink naturally, dissolve naturally. And how I do that is from my womb detoxification framework, right? That deeply targets the root causes of these issues, the root causes of fibroids, the root causes of endometriosis, the root causes. So I help women through the process of womb healing. And that's what I do. I love what I do. I love putting the power back into women's hands. And I love giving women control of their reproductive health. Women unfortunately, do not even know, cannot fathom that they have control over their health. The system doesn't have control over your health, right? Your age doesn't have control of your health, your reproductive health. You have control of your reproductive health, but you have to take that control. You can't let it control you. You have to take back that control. And that again is healing your womb. It's rebalancing your hormones. That is so important, right? You cannot think that you're going to live a healthy, happy life and your hormones are all out of balance. It's not going to happen because your hormones control all your bodily functions. And it's just going to cause symptoms. And, you know, you cannot think that you're going to have a healthy, happy life and have these fibroids and cysts and heavy bleeding. Absolutely not. They will rain on your parade. They're literally your body's engine lights, literally coming on. You have to take it seriously. If not, then it will get worse and worse and worse. And the symptoms will get louder and louder and louder. It's important for you to know that. So I'm talking today about, thank you so much, Rosalie, for sharing the live. Yes. As y'all are coming in, y'all also like the live as well. We want to get up to 10,000 likes. I know that sounds crazy, but let's 10,000 likes in this training, okay? And TikTok and YouTube, don't be afraid. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button. Now, how do we secure a fiber? And put a 1 in the chat, because I didn't see a 1 earlier, so I'm a little concerned about that. But I want you to put a 1 in the chat if 2025 is going to be the last year you deal with fibroids. I want to see a 1 in the chat, because some of you guys, like I said yesterday, have been dealing with fibroids for a number of years. Put a 1 in the chat if 2025, the year that's about to be gone, is going to be the last year you deal with fibroids. Okay, we have 1 in the chat. Yes, I don't know where everybody else is sleeping. I don't know if you guys are washing dishes. I don't know what you guys are doing, but I'm happy that we have 1 person, at least on the live, that knows that this is going to be the last year she deals with fibroids. Okay, we have some more ones. I know that's right. Yes, wow, I really need help. I'm happy that you're here, Rosie. Rosie, you're in the right place. You're in the right place, okay? So let's talk about it. How do we secure a fibroid-free 2026? 2026 is 1 month away. Let's get in alignment so that we can secure we can make this to be the last year that we're dealing with fibroids, right? So you got to understand the root causes of fibroids. You have to understand why these fibroids develop, ladies. I need y'all to listen to me clearly. A lot of times we get so caught up with, how do I get rid of the fibroids? Number one, you got to understand, how did I even get fibroids in the first place? And I'm not talking about a surface level answer that you are usually given by your doctor. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. A surface level answer is, oh, it's because of it's genetic. No. You may be more predisposed to fibroids, but there's a reason why the fibroids came about in your body. Okay? So you got to learn the key factors that contribute to fibroid growth. You got to learn such as hormonal imbalances, okay? Estrogen dominance, these all contribute to fibroid growth. Inflammation, the body being in a state of stress, all of these factors contribute to fibroid growth. A lack of nutrients in the body, okay? You have to identify the root causes of fibroids. You have to understand that allows you to approach fibroid healing from a place of knowledge and empowerment, so that you're not lost on, because a lot of times women are trying random natural remedies to get rid of fibroids. You may have tried an herb, you may have tried cleansing, you may have tried, supplements, right? I'm not saying these things are bad, but are you actually getting to the root cause of what actually caused the fibroids to develop, right? Or are you just doing surface level remedies, right? If we want to really get rid of the tumor, this tumor, right? We got to get to the root of why the tumor developed. Because tumors don't develop randomly in your body. This is a tumor here. And if a tumor can grow in the uterus, it can grow any other area. This is an actual tumor. So we got to take it seriously. A lot of times, when it comes to, I'm going to be honest with you guys, right? Let's just say it straight. Because we're taught to not value our wombs as women, especially if you live in the U.S., what tends to happen is that we don't take fibroids seriously enough. Now, if we develop a tumor any other area, breast, brain, any other area, we'll take it seriously. But when it comes to our uterus, why don't we take it seriously? Why do we brush it under the rug? Right? I want you to really think hard on that. Because if a tumor can develop in the uterus, it can develop in other places as well. This is why people will come to me with not just fibroids, but also cysts in their breast. Right? It's you guys, what causes fibroids to grow? We're going to get to that. But your hormones becoming out of balance, your elimination pathways being blocked up, being clogged up. So what does that mean? That means the liver is overloaded, the kidneys, the body's filtration system is overloaded. The body cannot dispel waste appropriately, right? Because the systems are overloaded. The body's in a state of stress. The body's inflamed. Fibroids is a full body issue. It's not just a uterine issue. It's a full body issue. So it's important for you to understand that. So this is why when you're on a journey to healing fibroids, you're not just improving the health of your uterus. You're not just getting rid of fibroids. You're improving the health of your entire body when you're getting rid of fibroids. Okay? It's important for you to know that. What does that mean when we have fibroids? It means that it's not just our uterus that's inflamed. It's not just our uterus that has tumors. It's also the organs. Our elimination organs are overloaded. Our hormones are out of balance. Our immune response is lowered. There's a lot going on in the body when we got fibroids. And I did an article yesterday. If you follow and are subscribed to Sacred Womb Letters, if you're not, I don't know why, right? The link is in my bio. If you're subscribed to, and if you're watching from YouTube, the link is in my description box. If you're subscribed to Sacred Womb Letters, I literally just wrote an article yesterday about how the environment in your womb can literally cause, the environment in your womb can be the reason why cancer develops in the body or not, right? And studies actually do show that, because when we're estrogen dominant, ladies, when we're estrogen dominant, which we are if we have fibroids, which we are if we have endometriosis, when we're estrogen dominant, it's not just your estrogen that's out of balance. There's a series of hormones that are out of balance. There's the lymphatic system is congested. The gut is backed up. There's a lots of waste in the body, right? The body's out of balance. This environment in the body is attractive to things like cancer. Not saying that you should be scared and you're going to get cancer, but this is why it's so important to heal your womb, because again, it improves the health of your entire body. And it gets you out of this risky environment. Hopefully you guys are following me, okay? So it's important. So hopefully I answered your question, Abba's daughter. I hope I answered your question. So, and yes, listen, ladies, for those that are just coming in, thank you for the follow. Make sure that you guys also too are liking the video. We have a goal for 10,000 likes on TikTok. Okay, I know we got a long way to go, but we have a goal. We're not even at 1,000 likes, but we want more women to get on this live, and we also like I always say, support the live, because guess what? These are things your doctors are not even telling you. This is why women are lost. Okay, so support the live. Tap, 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 tap. Let's get to 10,000 likes. Just keep tapping. Okay, thank you, Abba's daughter. Yes, keep tapping, you guys. It's free. Keep tapping, 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 tapping. Let's get to 10,000 likes. Okay. So step 2, what are other steps that have to be taken if we want to secure a fibroid-free 2026? Okay, if we want to heal our womb, and if we want 2025 to be the last year we deal with fibroids, and we want to heal our womb next year, and never, like I said, have to worry about fibroids again. If we want to shrink and dissolve our fibroids, what has to happen? We also have to prioritize hormone balance. We have to prioritize healing our hormones. That is key. You have to understand that when your hormones are out of balance, you as a woman are out of balance. Your body cannot even operate it cannot operate like it's supposed to, right? When your hormones are out of balance. Even when your hormones are out of balance, even your brain activity is affected. Your reproductive organs are affected, right? Your gut health is affected when your hormones are out of balance. It's important for you to know that as a woman. So as women, we're more hormonally sensitive than men, right? Our hormones fluctuate more so than men. We have 4 phases of our 28-day cycle. It's important for you to be in sync with your hormones. That's important, not for your health, not only for your fertility, for also for your health as a woman. Why do you think we have all these women that are literally losing their minds dealing with perimenopause, menopause, because their hormones are out of sync and out of balance? They're not supposed to be having those symptoms, but because their hormones are out of balance, that's why that is the case. Okay, so it's important for you to know and understand that your hormones are not supposed to be out of balance. And a lot of women have had hormonal imbalances since they got their first period. How do you know your hormones are out of balance? When you have there's a long list of symptoms, but when you have those heavy periods, some of you have been having heavy periods since you first had your period. Painful periods. If you get nauseated during your period, if you feel nausea during your period, how else do you know your hormones are out of balance, right? When you are passing clots during your period, breast tenderness. Okay, thank you so much for the gifts. All of these we've normalized. If your period is longer than 3-4 days, I would say really 3 days. That's for your hormones being out of balance. When you balance your hormones, your periods are not chaotic. They come and they're not heavy. You're not passing clots. None of that stuff. Mine was bad from I got it at 14. I'm 38 now. I think you said it was from the time you got it at 14. Now you're 38 now. A lot of women that have fibroids had really horrible periods from the time they first got their period. That was your body's first signs of estrogen dominance. That was your body's first signs. But unfortunately, you're a child, you didn't know, and then your caregivers, your parents didn't know. And this is why I'm trying to educate mothers so that they don't set their daughters up for suffering, for decades of suffering. What if we nip this in the butt early on? And a lot of times we're passing down this estrogen dominance to our children, even our sons. This is why prostate cancers is on the rise, right? So you have to prioritize hormonal balance. You gotta prioritize hormonal balance. A lot of women don't worry about their hormones until they either can't get pregnant or until they're being diagnosed with PCOS or some type of health condition. And then no. Your hormones have to always be in balance, right? If not, your health is going to fail. So when fibroids develop, it's not just because your sex hormones are out of balance. No. There's a hierarchy of hormones that are affected when you have fibroids. It's important that you understand that. Sometimes I wouldn't see my period for months, and my mom thought I was active when I, in fact, wasn't. I'm so sorry you dealt with that. We have a whole generation of moms who, when it comes to their reproductive health, have failed their daughters. I'm just going to keep it real. not only from what you mentioned, but also too by putting their daughters on birth control, something that wrecked their hormones, wrecked their health. Yeah, but you know, this is why I do what I do, so that the cycle can stop. Never even had knowledge of them until I got them. You talk about fibroids. Most women, unfortunately, don't have a knowledge of fibroids until they are diagnosed. Yes, and birth control made it worse. Yeah, birth control, of course, will make it worse. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, same here. Before I was diagnosed, when I was diagnosed with fibroids, before that, I heard of fibroids, but I didn't know anything about it. I was like, what? I'm too young. I was in my 20s at the time. I was in shock. But I had the fibroids. I did. Okay? It's important that you understand. Fibroids do not come out of the blue. They do not come out of the blue. So there's a hierarchy of hormones that are affected when you have fibroids, not just your sex hormones. So this includes foundational hormones like even cortisol and insulin, ladies. These are affected and dysregulated because these are the foundational hormones. You can't get to your sex hormones until you first address your cortisol or your insulin. You have to address these first before you get to the sex hormones. So when women say, "Oh my God, I have to, you know, I have to regulate or lower my estrogen levels," I'm like, you're doing it the wrong way. You cannot go straight to your sex hormones. What caused your sex hormones to become out of balance? Cortisol and insulin. You got to start at the hierarchy, the foundational hormones. That's important. That's key. Okay? So you have to understand that there's a series of hormones that are out of balance when we have fibroids. Okay, we're at 3,000 likes. Okay, we're coming up. We got 7,000 more to go. Okay, thank you. Whoever's liking the video, I appreciate you so much. Yes, sure. Shar, yes. You've been helping. I started at 15, now I'm 52, and I have symptom-free periods for 3 days, but they were heavy. So heavy is still a sign of toxicity, unfortunately, of hormones being out of balance. So if they're you can't say they're symptom-free because being heavy is not symptom-free. That's literally a symptom. And a lot of times we normalize, especially as Black women, heavy periods. They're not normal. Your period is not supposed to be heavy, ladies. Your period, let me say that again. Your periods are not supposed to be heavy. They're not supposed to be painful. You're not supposed to see clots. When you get your body healthy, you're not going to see those things, right? When your hormones are imbalanced, your periods will be blissful. And this is how you know when this is one of the first signs that you'll see when your hormones, when my clients, when we're, working on getting rid of their fibroids, when we are, of course, we're supporting their organs and we're balancing their hormones. One of the first signs that they see that their hormones are improving are their periods are getting better. They're shorter. They're lighter, right? They're not painful anymore. They're not getting bloated. They're not getting breast tenderness. A lot of women think that this is impossible. No, it's not. When you heal your body reacts accordingly. Okay? I mean, not cramps or nausea. So yeah, but heavy periods, I know, but heavy periods are still a symptom. Cramps are a symptom. Nausea is a symptom. These are all symptoms. Okay? Clots are symptoms. I be feeling like I'm in labor every time. We're not meant to have painful periods, ladies. We're not meant to have painful periods. And let me know, are you guys dealing with fibroids? Is that, because fibroids, painful periods are one of the signs of fibroids, unfortunately. So you have to understand that when you have fibroids, we have to regulate our hormones. It's not just estrogen and progesterone. You have to regulate your hormones. Your body's inflamed. Your body's in a state of stress, right? Your body, and that's gonna throw your body off, throw your hormone levels off. Okay, you have to sync your cycle. You have to become in sync with your cycle. You have to become, and I always say this: a woman that is hormonally out of balance is an imbalanced woman. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go more into detail about that in my Sacred Womb letter. So make sure y'all subscribe because I'm going to do an article on that. That's on the list. Okay. And just FYI, my Sacred Womb letters is a place where I write more in detail about these teachings. We wrote, and would add in studies. And I also too talk about the emotional and portions of fibroids. I go more into detail. I can write more. I do so on my emails, but more so on Sacred Womb Letters. So that's a separate place you can subscribe to. The link is in my bio. You can get on the free version, or you can get on the paid version, which is a monthly subscription of like $22, where I go more in depth and actually give you frameworks and help you heal through the process of healing. Okay, so how to regulate your hormones. You want to first get to the root of why your hormones are out of balance. What is causing your hormones to be out of balance? Is it what you're eating? Is it inflammation in your, is it the times that you're eating? Is it lack of sleep? Is it stress? Okay. So what is causing your body to become in a state of stress? You have to get to the root of that, right? You got to get to the root of what is causing your body to become in a state of stress. There's so many different things, right? Even you just being unhappy in life will throw your hormones off. Like, chronically unhappy, unfulfillment, right? Operating, living, existing, but not living. That will throw your hormones off, right? So it's important that you understand that. So if you have reproductive health conditions, fibroids, endometriosis, all of these hormones are affected. They're impacted. It's important for you to understand and know that, okay? So you got to create an environment where hormonal balance your hormones can balance. You have to create that environment where your hormones can become in balance, can become in sync. You got to create that environment in your body. That's important. By getting to the root of what is throwing your hormones out of balance. That's something you want to ask yourself. Because I do this for my clients, but I don't know you guys personally and what's going on in your day-to-day life personally. If you're my client, I make it my point to find that out, because I ask a lot of questions. Because it's important. What is causing your hormones to become out of balance? What kind of lifestyle are you living, right? What are you not doing? Because if your hormones are out of balance, what is that indicating? That's indicating that we're not taking care of ourselves. There's self-neglect there. There's some self-abandonment there, okay? The same thing I always say with fibroids. All right? So we're about 5,500 likes away from 10,000. So thank you. Shar is killing it. I appreciate you. Share. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. I appreciate you. Now let's talk about another step on how do we secure a fibroid-free year? How do we secure a fibroid-free year? Okay. Let's talk about detoxification. Because if we have fibroids, then we're dealing with lots of toxins in the body. You're going to get more than 10K love. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, I appreciate that so much. If you're dealing with fibroids, there's a lot of toxins in the body. The body's our bodies were naturally meant to detoxify every single day. Naturally meant to detoxify every single day. Now we live in a culture where we have all of these detoxes. There's nothing wrong with that, but your body was naturally meant to detoxify itself every day. So if it's not doing that, what is getting in its way? What is getting in its way? Why is your body not able to detoxify itself every single day, right? So it's not just, detoxification is about cleansing the womb, yes, but it's also about cleansing the entire body, cleansing the organs, supporting the organs, right? Because they're overloaded. They're not working appropriately, efficiently. So this is what also keeps the body in balance, okay? Your liver, your colon, your kidneys, your lymphatic system, even skin, all of these play a crucial role in cleansing your organs, your elimination pathways in your body. So you have to keep these healthy because what they do is they help your body, like I said, remove toxins that actually contribute to health issues. That's what your body naturally does. So if your body's not being able to do that, if we have fibroids, we know that our body has failed in doing that somehow, some way, because the organs are too overloaded for it to do its job. And what does this also mean about nutrients? When you have fibroids, you're not even able to absorb nutrients appropriately because your gut is backed up. This is why a lot of women that have fibroids have low vitamin D, have iron issues. Yes, and iron issues, unfortunately, iron issues are a catch-22. They will cause heavy bleeding, but then the heavy bleeding will cause iron issues. So you have to stop the blood loss. You have to, right? Because we need iron. Now, and that's going to start with cleansing the gut. If you have iron issues, if you have fibroids, your gut is backed up, period. So if these systems in your body, these organs are overwhelmed, The womb becomes the secondary storage sites for toxins, for tumors, for all of these things, right? For waste. The womb becomes the secondary storage site. If the liver, if the kidneys, if all these things are overwhelmed, okay? So, and these, when your womb is, when we have lots of toxins in the womb, when we have lots of mucus and waste in the womb, that contributes to fibroid growth, that contributes to, inflammation in the body. The womb, what a lot of women don't know is that the womb, right? If there's an issue with the womb, there's an issue with the body. The body, your body works together as a whole, right? This is why I always talk about holistic health. Your body works together as a whole. If there's an issue with the womb, there's an issue with the entire body. Fibroids are a full body issue. Let me say that again. Fibroids are a full body issue. It's important for you to know that. You cannot heal without knowing that, right? And this is why, if you guys have been following me for any length of time, it's Black Friday. I have amazing Black Friday offers, by the way. One of them is the vaults, the Advanced Fibroid Healing Mastery Vaults, that literally takes you through the whole process of getting rid of your fibroids, dissolving your fibroids. It is a whole entire vault of teachings of 15, I think it's about 15, over 15, trainings, advanced trainings, upgraded trainings in there, okay? And PDFs as well to show you the whole process of getting rid of it. Because it's not, people just think, oh, well, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I get rid of fibroids? We got to go deep, right? It's not surface level. It's not something I can just give you 1 or 2 steps. It's not that, right? If we have fibroids, we got to cleanse the body. We got to cleanse the gut. We have to infuse the body with nutrients. We have to, and there's also too, lifestyle. It's not just physically what you're doing. What is your lifestyle like? That has to change. And then we also have to change, what are we emotionally holding on to? What are we emotionally holding on to because when we have fibroids, we are either holding on to negative emotions or, past heartbreaks, childhood trauma, grief, anger, abandonment wounds, rejection. There's either that occurring or we're suppressing our trauma, right? But there's trauma there because the womb is not just a physical organ, it's also an energetic organ. So that if there's something wrong with your sacred feminine organ, there's also a lot of emotions, dark emotions that we're suppressing. So I also go through all of that. How to heal energetically, emotionally. How do we start addressing and processing these things that we've been through? And how do we heal and release them so that they're not on us? Because our emotions, of course, as humans, we're meant to feel emotions, but we're not supposed to hold on to these negative emotions. We're not. We're not supposed to hold on to trauma. It makes us sick. It keeps the body in a state of stress. Your body cannot even run smoothly if you have trauma that you're suppressing and that you're holding on to. Your body cannot run smoothly like it's supposed to. Okay? So the whole process, we have that in a vault. So this is our Black Friday sale. The vault is only $300 for Black Friday weekend. That's it. And that ends on Monday. Okay, so if you haven't checked out our Advanced Fibroid Healing Mastery Vault, go ahead. This is the one that we released earlier this year. That one is now in retirement, but that's literally the one where it was somebody that took the vault that went from a football-sized fibroid. Her fibroid was the size of a football. And she showed us her before and after pictures, literally within weeks of applying what she learned, like being focused, applying what she learned in the vaults. Her fibroid, when she checked the next time, it was 6 centimeters. It went from the size of a football, y'all. Imagine having a fibroid that big, the size of a football, which is probably over 20 centimeters, right? If not more. The size of a football. And it shrunk to 6 centimeters. So I told her, listen, my next year, that fibroid better be gone. Okay? And you can see the difference because the fibroid was making her stomach look huge. The fibroid was making her fibroid. So that's what the vaults did for her. So if you're interested in that, the link is in my bio. Be sure to get the Advanced Fibroid Healing Mastery Vaults for the Black Friday sale. Again, it's $300. It's and we have Klarna Afterpay. I always say this, Klarna Afterpay. You can use that at checkout or Affirm. Okay, if you're watching from YouTube, okay, the Advanced Fibroid Healing Mastery Vault, Our Black Friday offers are in the link in my bio. We also have our 3-month intensive where you can work with me for 3 months, right? And it's like $1,000 off, right? And we start January 1st, but if you lock in the price today, which is you pay a deposit for $750, you don't pay another again until January 16th, which is literally almost 2 months away. If you you can work with me for 3 months from January 1st to April 1st. Okay, work with me getting rid of your fibroids. Okay, so that's FYI. So let me go up to the questions. Hold on, before we finish the training. Now, I agree with emotional suppression. What's a good gut cleanse? So, nothing on the market. Let me be honest with you. I don't know how much so if you are in another country, it does it for you. Go to the link in my bio. When you go to checkout, put the country that you're in. It does the conversion for you, okay? I don't know all the conversions, okay? But I do know my services are global. If you go to the description, if you go to the checkout, put your country in, it will do it for you, okay? My prices are in USD, okay? When it comes to somebody asking about a gut cleanse, it's not about what gut cleanse to buy. It's about number one. I know I sound repetitive, but I want you guys to start thinking differently because it's always about how do I do this? How do I do that? Why is your gut out of balance? Why is your gut backed up? What is causing your gut to be backed up? Because if you try something on the market, you'll get some results and then you'll go back to being backed up because you're continuously doing what you're doing, right? So why is your gut backed up? What practices are we doing? What are we feeding the gut? Why is our body in a state of stress? Why is our body not dispelling, what we're eating? Why is our body keeping waste in? That should be the question, okay? You got to reframe how you look at your health. We want microwave healing. We want to just take a supplement and everything is healed. That's not how it works. I tell you guys that in every live, that's not how it works. Okay, we're almost at 10,000. Yay. Okay, that's not how it works. You have to do the work in order to heal, ladies. You got to put the work in. You got to get to the root cause. This is why you have to act. We have to get to what is causing. Why did our body get to this point? Why did our body get to this point? Okay. What food did we have to eat? I had that whole outline in the vault. Okay. In the Advanced Fibroid Healing Mastery Vault. I don't want to get into food today because if I get into food, this will be what about this food? What about that food? You eat a womb healing diet. A womb healing diet. Okay. And you have to take out certain foods that are going to cause more mucus, more waste to store up in the body. There's a way you have to eat when you're on a healing journey. You can't eat how you was eating before. And a lot of times, too, what you think may be healthy is not really healthy. What you were told was healthy is not really healthy for your body to... It's not... How can I say this? What you was told was healthy is not healthy for you right now. If we're trying to heal, if we're trying to eat easily digestible foods, if we're trying not to overclog the body because it's already clogged up, we don't want to be eating things like that are, animal products. There's a lot of things that you have to take out, but there's a lot of things that you have to replenish that with, okay? So if the systems in your body are overwhelmed, we don't want to take in things that are going to overwhelm it even more, okay? So the lymphatic system, if the lymphatic system is stagnant, which it is if you have fibroids, it prevents circulation in the body, proper circulation in the body. It also prevents toxic elimination in the body, which again keeps the waste in, impacting not just your reproductive health, impacting again your body as a whole. This is why I always say fibroids is a full body issue. Thank you, Shar. Oh my God, I want to give you a hug. Thank you so much for getting us to 10,000 likes and everybody else that contributed to getting us 10,000 likes. Yay. Okay. Yay. So it's important to detoxify your womb. You must support your body as a whole. If you want to detox your womb, you got to support your body as a whole because your body works together as a whole. It does not work separately. It is not separate, right? So it's important. True healing comes from addressing the liver, the kidneys, right? Addressing the colon, the digestive system. That's where true healing comes in. The lymphatic system. You can't just, like I said, focus on just the fibroid and nothing else. And this is why women that have fibroids that have had surgery, their fibroids grow back. Let me know if has this happened to you. The fibroids grow back because They only focused on the fibroid. They didn't focus on what actually contributed to the what actually caused the fibroids to grow, okay? They didn't contribute to that. They only focused on the actual fibroid. Okay, I don't want surgery. Yeah, because surgery doesn't get to the root cause of the problem. You're putting yourself through all this pain for what? Just to regrow the fibroids. And then let's not even, I talked about in my live before, a few days ago, and I have it. If you guys are new, be sure to also subscribe to our YouTube channel, because I all of my live streams are there, right? And I'm streaming from YouTube right now. So this live, you came in the middle of this live and you didn't get to watch the whole entire thing. It'll be on YouTube. So surgery, unfortunately, when you remove the fibroid, you're just removing the actual fibroid. You're not removing what actually caused the fibroid to occur. So you're still hormonally imbalanced. You're still dealing with overloaded digestive system. You're still dealing with an overloaded liver. Your kidneys are not filtrating the way they're supposed to. You still have the conditions that cause the fibroids to occur. You still have that in your body. They didn't go away with the surgery. This is why women, again, who have surgery end up getting the fibroids again and again. There was somebody that literally came to me a few months ago that had 5 myomectomies. 5. And she still had fibroids. And then she wanted to have children. Her doctor was like, your womb is not strong enough because you literally had them cut into you 5 times. These surgeries also cause scarring. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful what you're getting yourself into. You're new. Okay, welcome. Rhonda, I'm happy that you're new. Rhonda, be sure to join our email list as well. Join our email list as well. And also, for ladies that are coming in, if you have not on our email list, join our email list. Because again, I'm not going to be on YouTube, TikTok forever. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, so that you can learn more. Okay. You can also, when you subscribe to our YouTube channel, when you subscribe to our email address, with our email list, you get 7 days of our Fibroid Healing Truth series, breaking this stuff down. Okay. So if you're not, YouTube, be sure that you subscribe as well. The link is in my bio. You did. Okay. Great, Queen Ray. So another thing too, ladies that have fibroids, if you are wanting to secure a fibroid-free 2026, you gotta, like I said, you have to start now, putting things in place now. We got a month left till 2026. December 1st is literally on Monday. Okay? You gotta start implementing stress management principles. You gotta start addressing your stress levels, and you have to start taking it seriously. You can't, if you were I know that 2025 was stressful for everybody. I know it was stressful for me too, but you got to start. You have to manage your stress levels appropriately. Okay. Even when everything's falling apart, there has to be an inner zen. I know. Yes, there was moments, and we all have moments where we're stressed. Same here. Okay. Same here. This year, literally, I was talking to my friend earlier. This year literally grabbed me by the ponytails and did like this. That's what 2025 did to me. But you can't let it impact your health. You can't let it impact you. You cannot let it impact you. Ended up in the hospital for 7 days. What happened? Oh no, Rhonda, what happened? Yes, the stress management. Yes, wellness. It's important. Stress literally kills, y'all. Fibroids feed off stress. They feed off stress. I'm stressed. I have 2 kids and 1 in 3. Oh, go. Lord, that sounds stressful. Lord. I get it. But guess what? You have to manage your stress levels for your babies, because we show up more about obstruction. Rhonda, thank you for your transparency. Let me tell y'all something too. That bowel obstruction is very common with women that have fibroids. What did I say earlier? That when you have fibroids, your gut is backed up. That's very common with women that have fibroids. Bowel obstruction. As a matter of fact, what was her name? And I'm happy. Listen, you was in the hospital for 7 days, but I'm happy that you made it through, because somebody passed away from that. What was it? Elvis' daughter. I forget her name. Never had any surgeries. Elvis' daughter. You guys know who I'm talking about. Damn, her name's on the tip of my tongue, but I forget her name. But she passed away from that. That's very serious. Like when your body's trying to keep in waste, and it's not, people take constipation and things like that. They take it so lightly. It's not a joke. Lisa Presley, yes. Yes. Lisa Marie Presley, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Adrian, and thank you, thank you. It's important. It's important that you understand. It's important that you understand your body our bodies were made to dispel waste, and it has to efficiently do that. And unfortunately, fibroids when you have fibroids, unfortunately, your body's backed up. That's why the fibroids was able to actually, come about. That's what the fibroids was actually able to develop, because your body's backed up with waste. I had a fibroid and I also experienced hair loss. Has anyone? Yeah, because you have to understand that when you have fibroids, again, estrogen dominance, your body is out of balance. Your hormones are out of balance. One of the symptoms can be, okay, so when it comes to hormonal imbalance or estrogen dominance, think of it as a estrogen dominance as a tree, and the branches are symptoms. There's so many different symptoms that estrogen dominance, that, the symptoms are anything from autoimmune disorders to fibroids to heavy bleeding to passing clots to hair loss. Like, that's on the list of estrogen dominance. So this is why it's so important for your hormones to become in balance, because your body, again, you may experience, when you're estrogen dominant, you may experience fibroids. Somebody else may experience hair loss. Somebody else may experience thyroid. Somebody can experience thyroid issues. Somebody can experience all three. Hopefully y'all are following me. You live your body in a vulnerable state when it's your estrogen dominance. Okay? So I never took pain meds, healed it on my own in the hospital. I'm happy that you did. I'm happy that you did. I'm happy that you did. Now it's time to heal. Rhonda, it's time to heal these fibroids. It's time to get to the root cause and get rid of these fibroids. Had a miscarriage, my first child, due to fibroids on the 30th. I'm so sorry. On the 31st of, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. On August 31st. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's one thing that's not talked about enough. A lot of women have come to me due to reoccurring loss due to fibroids. It's so important. I'm so sorry. That's so sad. And I get it. Like, for fibroids let me just say this. I'm gonna get serious, real quick. Fibroids has stolen a lot of women's dreams of becoming a mother. Real talk. It has. And I always say, don't allow it to steal your dreams of becoming a mother. Fibroids has taken so much out of women, so much out of, women that have them. Don't allow it to. And this is why I do these lives, so that you guys can know that you have control over your reproductive health. You have control over your reproductive health. Unfortunately, fibroids has, so many women have, I really need help. I have fibroids. I'm 42, need to get pregnant. Okay, you're in the right place. And if you, and Rita May, and anybody that needs to get pregnant that has fibroids, I had a client, and she's my client case study. You can click the link in my bio and read about her story. She worked with me for 6 months in my Detoxify Your Womb program. She had fibroids. She had precancerous cells in the cervix. And she had adenomyosis, Also, she had blocked tubes. She had uterine scarring due to previous fibroid surgeries, because uterine, in case you guys don't know, these surgeries do cause uterine scarring. When they cut into your uterus, myomectomies, they do cause uterine scarring. So she had uterine scarring. She had all of that going on. She was trying to have a baby for so long. She even tried fertility treatments, and they failed. They actually caused issues with the kidneys, her kidneys, but that's a whole other conversation, right? She tried everything. She was at the time 39 years old. She found me online. She worked with me for 6 months in my Detoxify Your Womb program for 6 months. For 6 months. It was emotional. Like, we had to work through some major anxiety, depression, negative thoughts that were limited beliefs, because she was like, she was so scared of never being able to have a baby. Everybody was telling her she was too old. Doctors were pretty much would say, well, we tried fertility treatments, it didn't work. Doctors was like, why don't you just adopt? And it was a lot. It was a lot on her emotionally. She worked with me for 6 months in my Detoxify Your Womb program. My Detoxify Your Womb program, in case you guys are not familiar with that, that is my highest level program and the best way to work with me closely. Not only were able to get rid of the fibroids, we were also able to unblock her tubes. We were also able to raise her AMH levels, at 39. We were also able to dissolve the uterine scarring. By the time she had had a sonogram after the 6 months, she told me that this was the first time that she had gotten a good report from the doctor in years, because it was always bad news, bad news. It was like precancerous cells. All the precancerous cells were gone. As a matter of fact, they said that your uterus, her uterus looked so healthy. She even had healthy follicles on her ovaries. Do you know, just a few months later, she got pregnant naturally? Literally. And she ended up having a beautiful baby boy at the age of 40. I saw a beautiful picture on her stories of her baby. She, you guys know Thanksgiving was yesterday. Of her baby boy, beautiful baby boy, her and her husband, and I was just like about to shed a tear, like, oh my God. When she told me she was pregnant, like I almost cried. Like I was like, I feel like it was me, because I knew what she had been through. I knew the limited beliefs. I knew what she had gone through, like emotionally. If you guys want to read her whole journey, the link is in my bio. Click on my client case study. I highlight her whole journey, screenshots, receipts, everything. So you guys can know what she encountered the whole 6 months of working with me and what we experienced, right? If you want to read, if you're watching from YouTube, if you want to read about the client case study, the link is in my description box, okay? And the reason why I have that case study is so women that are, because I know what it feels like to feel as though your body's against you. That's how she feel like too. And we have other testimonials like that. We have a woman that was infertile for 4 years. She had a baby, but she couldn't have another one. She tried for 4 years and she gave up. She was like, well, it's just being my baby girl. Literally 1 month after working with me, she worked with me for 3 months in my Detoxify Your Womb program. 3 months. 1 month later, she's like, I'm pregnant. It's early. She told me it's early. Can't tell anybody, but I'm pregnant. Again, another beautiful baby boy. We have so many other testimonials like that. Thank you for giving me hope with this testimony. Thank you for giving me hope with this testimonial. You're welcome. You're so welcome. What are your products? So I have, not actual products. I have a program where you work with me called the Detoxify Your Womb program. As a matter of fact, we have a 3-month intensive available for women that want to work with me the first 3 months of the year of 2026. This is for women that want to secure their fibroid free 2026. They want this year to be the last year they deal with fibroids. They want to work with me powerfully for 3 months. Okay? From January 1st all the way till April 4th. And if you secure your spot during we have a Black Friday special offer on the 3-month intensive. It is $1,000 off. Okay? How do you secure your spot? You can literally pay $750 to secure your spot, and your next payment would not be till January 16th. That's almost 2 months away. Okay? That's almost 2 months away. That's our 3-month intensive. But you have to make that payment before Tuesday. So by Monday. And then we have the Advanced Fibroid Healing Vaults. If you cannot work with me, that's okay. We have another offer, another Black Friday offer. If you're not able to join me to do the 3-month intensive and work with me personally, we have our Advanced Healing Fibroid Vaults, Mastery Vaults, right? It's a collection of trainings that will help you through the process of dissolving your fibroids. It's a self-study library that will help you, about over 15 trainings, PDFs. Is only $300 this weekend. It's originally $500, but for this Black Friday weekend, it's only $300. If you want to learn more about our Advanced Fibroid Healing Mastery Vault, the link is in my bio. This is the vault that we had earlier. We had a similar vault open earlier this year for a limited time. This is the one where a client of mine that joined, she had a fibroid the size of a football, and it went down to the 6 centimeters. The lady that took the vault earlier this year, and we've upgraded it. This is the 2026 edition. We've upgraded this vault. So if you haven't checked it out, the link is in my bio. If you want to check it, it's $300 again until Monday. Monday's the last day for Black Friday. If you want to check, I'm talking to YouTube now. YouTube, if you want to check out the Vault or the 3-month intensive, our Black Friday offers, special offers, be sure to click the link in my description box. All the information is there, okay? So I talked about stress. Let me get back to the regularly scheduled program. Okay, we're 13.4 likes. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so how do we secure Fibroid Free 2026? Stress affects your hormones, ladies. Stress affects your reproductive system. Stress affects everything, your liver. It affects your entire body. You have to get your stress in order. I was talking about stress a little bit earlier. A lot of you guys say you're stressed, you're stressed. You got to get that in order. You have to reduce stress. If your cortisol levels are high, that's automatically going to cause your progesterone levels to tank, making it harder to get pregnant. Also, too, you need progesterone because that keeps the estrogen in balance. That keeps your body in balance. So when progesterone is low, that estrogen levels go chaotic in the body, fueling fibroid growth. You have to get your body out of a state of stress. As a matter of fact, the first step to getting rid of fibroids is getting your body out of a state of stress. You have to. You have to. The next step is we want to do to get to secure a fibroid-free future. We have to transform into a fibroid-free lifestyle. It is not about what you eat. It is not just about that. What is your entire lifestyle like? What is your entire lifestyle like? That's important, right? You got to establish daily habits that will support your body in healing. What are your daily habits like? I'm asking you, what are your daily habits like? Are they supporting your body in healing, or are they supporting your body in keeping you sick? You got to ask yourself these questions, right? That's a crucial part. What are you engaged in every single day? That's important. What are your days from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed? What are your habits? What are your habits like? Right? Stress-free, grounding, meditation. I know that's right. I know that's right. What are your habits? What are your habits like? You got to ask yourself that. And if you have fibroids, we have to ask ourselves that. Okay? Step 6. You got to be patient with your healing journey. Okay? And when I say patient, I don't mean like, doing just a little bit to get by. I always talk about making massive changes, going all in, and that will be a reflection of your results. But here's the thing, you also want to know that these fibroids, if you have a 10-centimeter fibroid, a 15-centimeter fibroid, it's not going to go away in one day. It took you years to, engage in habits that contribute to this fibroid. We got to be patient, but you also have to be consistent. You can't just go on a plan for 2 weeks and then come off because you're bored or because it's too hard. You can't do that. You have to love yourself enough to want to be free of fibroids. I don't know about you guys, but fibroids took so much of my life. When I say that, I mean, it caused me depression. I was miserable. I had horrible cycles. My body was nutrient deficient. I felt when I had fibroids less than a woman. Like my body wasn't operating the way it was supposed to. I didn't have any energy. I couldn't do anything. I had what they call the fibroid belly. I couldn't even wear what I wanted to wear. And I was in my 20s at the time. It was awful. Right? So people ask me, how do you stay so consistent? It cost me my job. Wow. I've heard that many times because it takes your energy. You don't have any energy. It's hard for you to even be productive. Even how you show up in your own life, right? It takes from you, right? It also causes a lot of women anxiety, especially women that want to have children. Anxiety, like when they have fibroids. There's women in their 30s like, I have fibroids. I haven't even had a child yet. That causes the anxiety because it's like, am I going to be able to have a child when it's time? Are the fibroids going to get in the way? Are the fibroids going to cause, issues with getting pregnant or staying pregnant? So many things. It can cause anxiety. So you got to be consistent. So you have to remember your why and you have to be consistent. When you're on a healing journey, you have to remember your why, especially at first. I even experienced memory loss. Oh, wow. Yeah. Memory fog, memory loss, that's another sign of estrogen dominance, unfortunately. which is, again, you guys know, you're estrogen dominant. If you have fibroids, your body is estrogen dominant. So unfortunately, I'm so sorry to hear that. It can really take so much from your life. Fibroids can take a lot from your life. Okay? So it's important. So you have to, in 2020, if you want 2025 to be the last year you deal with fibroids, you have to have a strategy. You have to have a plan, a structured plan. You cannot be all over the place. You can't be trying this herb today, trying this cleanse tomorrow, trying acupuncture today, trying a supplement tomorrow, and thinking that that's going to get rid of a huge fibroid. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You got to be serious. Okay, hold on. Okay. Sorry. TikTok always makes me do this thing after 1 hour of being live. You have to be serious in healing your body. You have to have a personalized plan that actually gets to the root cause of the problem. Not be all over the place. You have to be strategic and intentional when it comes to healing the body and dissolving these tumors. This is why I have the vault, the trainings, the Advanced Fibroid Healing Vault, to help you through the process. That to teach you rapidly, number one, how to rapidly do this and get fast results, but how to also do it, how to get to the root cause. What can we do to get rid of these fibroids? Because I know what it feels like to have fibroids. These are teachings that I've helped hundreds of women, help all over the world, hundreds of women over the years in my programs, that have taken my courses. This is literally the teachings that they've used to rid their bodies of fibroids. To not just shrink fibroids, but to also dissolve fibroids, to reverse endometriosis, to reverse adenomyosis, to dissolve ovarian cyst, to become free of PCOS, to balance their hormones, to get rid of all of their perimenopausal symptoms. These are the teachings, right? So we've upgraded the teachings. We've put in more frameworks in the teachings in order to deliver the best results. So it's important. You have to get structure. And if you're not able to, if you don't understand, okay, what strategy, what to do, hire you a specialist, a womb specialist, even if it's not me, somebody that can help you through the process, that can help you see your blind spots, that can help you get to the root cause of the problem. This is your health that we're talking about. It's not just your womb, it's your health, right? It's your health that we're talking about. So it's important to take focused, targeted action. We're not just trying to be all over the place. We're talking about this is your body. You only get one body. You only get one uterus, right? You can't just be all over the place. You have to be intentional and focused and take focused action and get to the root of what's going on in your body, okay? So that's essential. You have to have a targeted strategy. You can't just be all over the place when it comes to healing your body. And you have to keep it in the back of your mind and remember that your body is very, very powerful. Your body is a self-healing mechanism, right? Do never think that your body is incapable of healing. Your body is, a lot of us can't even conceptualize how amazing, how powerful our bodies really are. We can't, right? But your body has the capability to dissolve tumors, dissolve unwanted growths, foreign growths. Your body is very powerful. But guess what? You have to get out of its way. You got to get out of its way and allow it to do its job. Allow it to do its job, okay? You got to get out of your body's way and allow it to do its job with healing your body. All right? So that's all I got tonight, y'all. Okay? The steps that you need to take to secure your fibroid-free 2025, fibroid-free 2026, because we're almost at 2026 now. But you start now. This is why I have the vault, so you can start this weekend. With some of you guys, yesterday was Thanksgiving. You know you probably didn't eat the best. You didn't do the best yesterday. That's okay. Let's start now in building and getting our structures in place and applying these things. So you know by January, you're in a better place than by now. All of your symptoms can be gone if you started now doing the work. All of your symptoms can be gone. And then you know, okay, next is the fibroid. Okay? So that's all. Check out our Advanced Fibroid Healing Vaults. If you want to work with me, the 3-month intensive, get in there. Let's go, okay? If you have any questions, let me know. Any questions? I don't see any questions, so I'm going to go now. But I hope you guys enjoyed this training. If you came in the middle, the replay will be on YouTube. The replay, we're streaming live from YouTube right now. So also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Get on our email list. If you haven't already, subscribe to our email list. You get a 7-day training, 7 days of fibroid healing truths, And also subscribe to our YouTube channel, okay? Because I won't be on TikTok forever. All right? YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our email list as well. All right? You're so welcome. I hope you enjoyed this live. I hope you learned a lot. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye, ladies.